Now from Global Calgary, this is the News Hour.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Jamie is off this weekend. We begin with a developing story out of the southeast tonight. The Calgary Police Homicide Unit has been called in to investigate after a woman was found dead at a home in Albert Park. Our Carolyn Curry de Castillo is covering this case tonight. Carolyn, what do we know right now? It's a little piece of paradise with a catch. A private property is on the market in BC, but you can't get there by car. The $4 million listing is perched on a personal island, which is all part of the deal. Brian Coxford explains. Well, he's a hitchhiking robot with more Twitter followers than most of us. Hitchbot began his journey across Canada today. Bound for BC, his travel tales are already getting the thumbs up from across the globe. Lucy Edwardson reports. Well, it's a simple thing that most of us take for granted, the holding of hands or a heartwarming hug. It's something 6-year-old Alex Pring never got to feel. He was born missing part of his arm. Getting a prosthetic was simply out of reach, just too expensive. So some graduate students decided to step up, and as Mike Couture reports, their invention had just the right touch. Everyone loves Raymond, not just a popular TV show, but probably the most popular player on the Stamps. Keon Raymond will likely be back in action this Friday. All signs point to the veteran linebacker being good to go. After sitting out the last 2 weeks, Raymond took part in his first full practice today. That game will go Friday at McMahon. And some of the best golfers in the country are converging on Calgary this week for the ATB Financial Tournament. The PGA Tour Canada stop taking place at Sirocco Golf Club, and some of the players got their first look at the course today for a practice round.
PGA Tour Canada.
And from Canadians in the field to Canadians in the field, Toronto Blue Jays continued their series with Boston tonight. Top two, Colby Rasmus takes solo shot to center. That makes it 1-0. Jump to the fourth. Now 1-1. Anthony Ghost goes up the right field line. That double will plate a pair of runners to make it a 3-1 ball game for the boys in blue shirts. Let's go bottom nine. Now 4-1 Jays when Boston gets to within 2 thanks to this dinger right over the green monster, but that's as close as they would come. Casey Jensen gets Holt to ground out to end the game. Jays hand the Sox their 7th loss in the last 8. 4-2 the final in Boston. And staying with the center of the universe, some NHL news from the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've signed restricted free agent Jake Gardiner to a 5-year contract extension worth just over $20 million. The 26-year-old D-man scored 10 goals and had 11 assists in 80 games last season, so pretty much $1 million for every point he got last year. Canada had its best day so far at the Commonwealth Games in Scotland. We went from 6th to 3rd in the medal standings with a BC boy leading the charge. Swimming sensation Ryan Cochrane of Victoria was the favorite in the 1,500-meter freestyle, and he would deliver today. He does all his training at Commonwealth Pool on the island, so that's a pretty good omen. He also won gold in the 400-meter event earlier in the week. Cochrane took 2 golds at the last Commonwealth Games as well, and he would take this one from start to finish. It took him 14 minutes and 44 seconds. I can't even tread water for that long. Cochrane also has Olympic bronze and silver to his name. And a little local flavor striking gold in Glasgow as well. Jim Stacey of Lethbridge took the title in hammer throw today. The 2-time Olympian threw 74.16 meters, winning by more than a meter over his closest competitor. Let's take a look at those medal standings. As mentioned, Canada jumping into 3rd place overall, still well back of both Australia and England, but 39 medals, nothing to scoff at. A very solid showing so far with 16 golds to boot. That is impressive. This is incredible. Got to show you the Commonwealth highlight of the day, and it comes courtesy of table tennis. Gotta just let this one breathe for you because it's one of the most amazing points you're ever gonna see. A 41-shot rally between Segun Toriola of Nigeria and Ning Gao of Singapore. Gao's on the attack, Toriola on the far side, certainly on the defensive, but he's not gonna quit. Stays on it, gets that one, gets that one. Gao will eventually miss-hit one. Getting ahead of myself here, but this is still impressive. There it is. Maybe the longest point of all time. Gao did end up winning the match in 5.